Hello, Serge here from the back porch. And the clipboard today is not for a question, but rather from a comment from one of our readers, one of our Inner Circle members who goes to the blog every day and is a very frequent contributor. And the reason why I'm bringing it up is because Dick Lee here says a lot of good things, reiterating a lot of the comments I make. And I think it's important that the way he said it, I really liked what he said, and he brought up a few points that I think could really help all of us. And so I want to pass it on because I think it was that good, and I'll be able to add another point to what he said. So from Dick, let's hear some great thoughts that will help all of us. Dick Lee said, "Hey folks, practice with a purpose. Perfect practice makes perfect. Have a plan when you go to the range. Keep notes." Said that just recently on some daily videos. The last two videos should remind us why a lot of us, especially me, use this swing. With my torn up back and shoulders, I have to be extra careful not to injure myself. Serge's swing gave me back a chance to play again when I thought I never would. I can play 36 holes in a day now and still have no pain. Wow, that stuff, comments like that gives me goosebumps because I just feel so blessed to have been able to figure out this swing, starting out by trying to figure out, how I could make a swing and not hurt my back, and it ended up that it became the answer, the Serge swing, and that we all know and love that are on this website because it works to help us avoid stress and strain, which equals pain and injury. And lastly, it's also body friendly because it's designed to and based on the design of the human body. It's the only swing that has married physics and physiology together, and that's why it works, and so that's why we all love it. And I just feel so blessed and happy that it's helping you because it helped me and it helps all of us. So Dick went on to say, "This is the good news. Here's the other thing I know. We have to do our part to make sure we don't hurt ourselves. I do some form of workout every day. I stretch and loosen up at least 15 minutes every time before I even think about trying to play a round or hit balls at the range. I know Serge has talked about the need to loosen up before we start hitting balls. As you know, I have been spending 2 to 3 hours at the driving range and putting green at least 3 or 4 afternoons a week." Wow, I guess Dick, you're probably tired now because that's awesome. Unless you're a tour player or unbelievably dedicated, that's a great amount of time to be putting in just into practice, never mind playing. Heck, I wish I could do it, but it's great to see that from a guy who had to quit, you can do that 2 or 3 hours a day with this swing. So that's what makes it all worthwhile for all of us because we all want to practice more to get better, but most importantly, we all want to play after that practice. So Dick goes on to say, "I love watching people at the range to see what their routines are. I would put money on this. I bet 75 to 80% of the people I see there walk out to the hitting line, put their bag down, and start hitting a whole bucket of balls without any kind of warm-up. Most of the time, their warm-up consists of 2 or 3 swings with no ball. Then they are hitting balls. They burn through a bucket, pick up their bag, and go to their car." I like that term, burn through the bucket. I'm going to make a comment about that when I get to the end. "I have no way of knowing what their physical condition is. Maybe they can do that and be just fine. If I did that one day, I probably would not be able to get my butt out of the rack the next morning. I guess my drawn out point is that we have to listen to Serge's lessons about how to protect our bodies as much as how to hit the ball right. Thanks, Serge, for taking the time to remind us how to play healthy as well as good. Keeping it vertical and still able to bend over and touch my toes in Oklahoma, Dick." Well, that's great too, and I work to keep touching my toes every day too also, Dick. But the comment I want to add to is that comment about burning up the bucket. One of the things I stress highly, and anybody who's taken lessons with me knows this, secret number 5 in the 5 secrets is that when you hit a bad shot and you ask yourself the question, what did I do wrong, or try to ponder or figure out what you did wrong, the answer is, who cares? Do the next shot right. Doing it right means you go back to the basics of your fundamentals, grip, stance, posture, and alignment, and you go back to the basics of the swing, and you work on those two, and you make some practice swings, and you find that good swing before you hit another ball. I call that earning your golf ball. And if you're burning through a bucket, as Dick described it, where you're just hitting one ball after another, rolling it over and smacking another one, and sometimes I've seen golfers on the range have another ball rolled over, and they're ready and addressing it, and the first ball hasn't even hit the ground yet. What are you working on? What are you thinking about? Nothing. You're not going to find it just by hitting balls like a machine gun, rapid fire. You have to stop. You have to think. You have to start deciding that you have to get that good posture and all the fundamentals, and then get it in the mitt and up the tree and make the swing. Go back to the fundamentals that you've written in notes when you've made notes, and that you know your strong points. Then you stand there and you make a good setup and a good practice swing, and when you feel the swing you want, then you stand up and swing that feel. So I guess I'm going to close this lesson from the back porch based on Dick's comments and his observations, that we'll call this one that you have to earn your golf balls, and not only on the driving range, but especially on the course. If you've hit a bad shot, make sure you don't hit another ball till you've made a good setup and good swings and feel what you want to do, so that when you step up to hit that shot on the golf course, you've earned that golf ball because you know the feel you want to making that swing. You do that and you'll start hitting it more solid, straight, and longer, and shooting those lower scores. Well, from the back porch, that's it for the search today, and I'll be talking to y'all again soon.